If you're a fan of the hit show Parks and Recreation, then JimOHeir's new book, Welcome to Pawnee, is for you. The Emmy Award-winning actor who played Jerry, as well as Gary and some other names, is sharing behind-the-scenes secrets and stories when it comes to the making of the sitcom. We're lucky to have JimOHeir in the studio with us this morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Nick. I'm good. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you here.
Thank
One
you.
of the things we talked about was you talked about how it was just so much fun. So many people came through that show. It was a laugh a minute. Some of the things were impromptu. You never knew what was coming.
Always. We got to every day we did this thing called the fun run, which meant after the scene was done, we could do whatever the heck literally whatever we wanted. Wigs came flying off, crazy. And I always say, I think it's what kept us tight as a cast, because that's playing. Improvisation, you're playing. And we were with the queen of improvisation, Amy Poehler, which was nerve-wracking, but that happened every single day. And that cast is so talented. It was a gift. I call it was the 7-year gift.
The 7-year gift. Now,
Yes.
7 years on the show, I have to ask you, we were talking about that there. Your immediate takeaways when you think about the legacy of Parks and Rec.
Yeah. It's here's what I hear literally every day. It is a comfort show. People have found it, and it can be in the background. They've seen every episode 100 times, and it's just these characters have gone into your heart. And I have comfort shows of my own, so I can't believe I ended up on a show that has that effect for other people. I had a man come up to me at this charity event, and he was very emotional, and he said, it got us through. His child had been, I don't know all the details, but it was bad.
Sure.
And he goes, it helped get us through. And I love that. I love that. If that's our legacy, that it brings comfort to people, I'm on board.
And Jim, I think one of the reasons it works for so many people is because it was self-deprecating. Like, it was never, no one was ever made to feel bad on that show, right? It was
my character, they mess with a lot, Nick. I will be honest.
But it was a lot of fun.
It
You
was
could
in
laugh
fun.
with,
Yes,
it
was to laugh with. And my character who played Jerry Gergis, Gary, Larry, Terry, whatever, he knew what was going on. And they also gave him an amazing life. His wife was Christy Brinkley.
Right.
He had these beautiful daughters. And no spoiler alert, it's been 10 years. But at the end, he becomes mayor forever, and the town adores him. So it all worked out for Jerry. But yes, these are characters who love each other, and people will tell me they could feel that watching that was happening with the cast.
And that matters, absolutely.
Yeah.
When you are calling this book your love letter to the show, it took 2 years to create.
Yeah.
That's a long time to say I love you.
Well, we had the deadline of the 10th anniversary, so it was like it was looming.
Tell me, did you find stories? So even as you created this, where you're like, wait a minute, I asked a cast member about this. I never knew that was the takeaway from that. Was it revelatory for you?
That's my favorite part about this book, because I interviewed the creators and the actors. I learned things I had no idea, which I know the fans too. Even the other day, there's a story in there that Adam Scott said when he did his first table read with us, because he came in second season, he just got a note from Aubrey Plaza. And it was tight, real tight. And then he opens it up after the table read, which he was nervous. It's the first time with all of us. And it just said, run. That is typical Aubrey Plaza, like put the fear of God in him. So I learned that. I learned Nick Offerman almost didn't get to do the show because of Will and Grace. I learned that Amy wasn't the first one hired. It's so many things that kind of blew my mind.
So even longtime fans will take something away from the book. And
so much because I didn't know it. And then a fan came up to me the other day. This cover is amazing, and I didn't create it, but it's brilliant. There's so many little Easter eggs, they call it. He said, look at everybody's earlobes. I go, what are you talking about? Every character in the earlobes is their initials. Now imagine, I had been with this book for 2 years. I never knew it till the other night. A fan showed me.
Okay, so when you are doing your book tour, even now,
Yeah.
What are some of the things that fans say to you when they come up and they actually meet you?
They get emotional sometimes. They say the show has brought them so much. And I'm just the lucky actor who ended up on this amazing show. I can't take credit for the writing or anything, but to think I had a small part in that, it's a legacy. But my fear a little bit, and I talk about this in the book, was, will I be Jerry forever? Is that the only thing? And thankfully that hasn't happened. I've done a lot of different projects. But if Jerry is what is on my tombstone, as the guy known as Jerry Gergich, I'll be happy with that.
Well, there is a game I do want to play with you there because I think that you will be a whiz at this. Speaking of your character, all right, I want to play a short game with you. We're calling it Gary, Larry, Terry, or Jerry.
Ooh,
okay? The rules are simple. I'll give you a clue about a famous person, and you'll tell me if their name is Gary, Larry, Terry, or Jerry.
Oh,
all right, here we go.
I'm
all right.
Look stupid here, but
Ding,
let's do
ding,
this.
ding, 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 ding. This actor played 32 games in the NFL before making a move to Hollywood. Is it
Oh, you're giving me options,
Larry,
thank God.
Terry, or Jerry.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me full names. Gary.
See, I'm going to say Terry. Wait, Terry Crews.
Oh, Terry
You get the
Crews,
idea.
of course.
And I immediately thought Terry Bradshaw,
Oh,
but you know my producer, she's like, who's Terry Bradshaw?
I was at Terry's, he had a white party anniversary thing. I can't believe Terry.
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
it ain't
That's so
over yet.
obvious.
It ain't over yet.
Oh,
no
Terry.
longer a young man, this famous actor won an Oscar, a Golden Globe, and a BAFTA award for his portrayal of late British Prime Minister Winston Churchill. Is it Gary, Larry, Terry, or Jerry?
Oh, I'm going to hate me. The minute you say it, I'm going to know it, but Terry.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
There you go.
This is cruel.
We're loving
watching
this.
this.
We're
is
loving
cruel.
this. Actually, we're loving it. Okay. The Hall of Fame Hoosier won 3 NBA titles before becoming the head coach of the Indiana.
Larry.
Oh, we know that one. There we go. All right, and this last one. This is a tough one. This famous TV mayor won re-election several times after serving as interim mayor, but they still misspelled his name on his tombstone.
Gary. Gary Gergich.
There you go. Definitely. Hey, that was fun.
I survived that.
Now, you survived that.
I made a fool of myself, but I survived.
No, you didn't. Thanks again. Again, the name of the book is Welcome to Pawnee.
Stories of friendship, waffles, and parks and recreation.
Hey, thanks again for joining us.
This
Love
is my
that.
pleasure. Thank you, Nick.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.